Hello and welcome back to another art lesson with Mr. Dalby. What I'm going to run you through today is I'm going to talk about grid drawing. Now what you can do, hopefully, if you have got the facilities at home, is you can print off these two images. So you can print off that image of the games controller and you can print off the grid. Those two grids are exactly the same. If you cannot print it off, if you're having trouble with that, I'll put the measurements on the slide, but I've actually got them written on there as well. It's a bit odd because I drew this grid using PowerPoint and they're slightly uneven. But anyway, so this is the dimensions. I'll put them up there, but it's 26 centimeters by 16.5 centimeters. But I'll put that on there so you can actually copy the grid yourself. So all you do to start off with, if you can't use this, draw the grid out exactly the same. Now, it's very, very simple when it comes to grid drawing. All I'm going to do is I've got my two my pictures, and you've done it so many times before. You are just going to basically copy section by section into the picture. So all I'm going to do, just having a look at this actually, just if I line them up like this, you're just counting. It's a very simple picture, but I'm just going to line it up. Think about where the lines cross. What I'm looking for here, I'm looking at for accuracy of the shape and accuracy of detail. Okay, so again, I think I've gone slightly off there with that first line. So again, if you don't push too hard with your pencil, you should be able to rub it out quite easily. I will fast forward this video so you can see as I'm doing it. But again, it's looking at where the lines, where it crosses. That really gives you a reference point about where you can draw. Okay. So I'll speed it up, you can watch how I'm doing it, and then you can do it yourselves. So I've got my main drawing done. What I'm going to do, just a quick demonstration on the colouring. Because we're copying Michael Craig Martin's work, what we want to do is we want to try and make it the consistency of the block tone as consistent as possible. So again, very, very simply, you're just colouring in one direction. And what I recommend you do, go around the edges first of all, to make it a bit easier for yourself. Do the edges and then work your way in. Okay, try and get the tone as solid as possible. I will speed this up. You can watch as I'm colouring. Again, start off around the outside and then just move your way in. Going in one direction, not scribbling. It doesn't matter at this point if you go over into the other box because we know this is all the same colour. Okay, so I'll speed this up and watch how I do it. Okay, so that's pretty much there. I've done the background now as well. I've gone over it a couple of times. It is quite difficult to get a really solid block colour with a colouring pencil. Again, depends on the quality of your colouring pencils as well. But there, that is that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go over it in a black pen just to make some of these lines just a little bit more solid. There we go, so that's pretty much it. Like I say, no white gaps, well, as close as possible. You could go over this a couple of times, right? If I could probably send myself a little bit mad, but anyway, that's what you're aiming for. Good luck and have fun. Bye bye.